too many women can be a downfall of every man. Sex leaves the house, the relationship is over. Sex is the last thing that goes. Men need love just as much as women do. And things are not complicated, Dariush. You know, we have this perception that life is hard, life is difficult, relationships are complicated. Freaking hell, why is it complicated? Can it not just be, it can be easy. It's so, for our mind to grasp that things are easy, hell no.
I think because we've been told that if it's easy, it's just not worth valued, right? You have to work to get something in life.
Yeah.
So we even justify, we got this, but you know, I had to work really hard to get this, but actually really it came easily to you because you were at your best, right? You were in synergy. Yes. With your thoughts and action.
Yeah, because again, it's a perception whether something is difficult and easy. It's again, you are giving it the name, the title. Things just are.
And then leads to the men think, was I good enough? Right? So men often think to their woman, was I good enough? True? That's a question men often ask. Was I good? How do you rate me? True?
Women are and can be, we are mean. Like when we are in our women's circle, you don't want to hear those conversations, and I'm being real as hell here. But we are struggling to be honest with the man. And I'm not talking about bashing the guy in front of us. This is never about bashing because this is mean.
You want to hurt their feelings.
You want to be, but you know, also when you bash someone, what does this person do? The person shuts down to protect themselves and it moves into the reactor
mode. So women lies, you were amazing, you were the best.
Women lie, women pretend they're orgasming. This is definitely a fact. They pretend. Sometimes they don't want to have sex. They do it to please their partner.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I know what you're
I am just being really honest.
I have no idea. I've never experienced that. And I'm just joking.
Yeah, but you know, I
probably a lot of times have been pretending.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you were. I mean, I don't think that there is a man who has not been pretended to.
I'm sure.
And women are really good at it. And you know, as opposed to a guy, men cannot tell whether, if they're really experienced, they can, because women's vaginal muscles start contracting in a certain way when she
and the lubrication,
yes. So like a man who's really in tune with the woman and with her body, he knows how many really are. How many men? That's
an amazing thing. Again, I've got to be so careful. I don't bring my own experiences on, but to be in tune is a good thing, isn't it? Right? Because when, there are times that I'm with my partner and I say, maybe she wants to, and I said, but the feeling isn't right. I feel that you're not there.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not.
Yes.
That's a good thing, right?
That's an awesome thing to do. Yes, because you are not always, as I said, in the mood. You are not always there.
I'm a very feeling person. I can feel if the energy is connected or not.
Yes. And all people have this ability. It's just very few know how to tap into it. You know, they just disregard it.
I one of the courses I went to, this is 3 ways that we make love. One is just to get to sleep, just exert and go to sleep. 2 is to connect. And 3 is to fantasize. Now, one thing I realize is that if you talk about it or meditate before, you can fantasize together. The problem is that if one's in need of connection, the other one's in need of fantasy, the other one wants to go to bed, the other one wants to fantasize, they're missing each other. And also when they fantasize, they don't fantasize together on the same thing. Am I correct?
Yes. You fantasize together, you exchange, you can even masturbate together. So you're building up, you know, that momentum. You can tell each other's fantasies. Fantasies are what I call...
in a safe place.
They're a safe place, but they're very dark. If people would be really honest with their dark sexual fantasies, it would go all over the place. You know, that depends also on the woman and what she sees sex as. Again, sexual compatibility. This is why it's so important. It's not the only thing, don't get me wrong, but it's important. You can't neglect it.
You know, I think you have to have that. So when you hold that partner's hand, that connection is so powerful because you have that sexual energy, right? Yes. It's not just holding hands.
Yes.
It's connecting beings.
Can you be with someone, let's be honest, if you don't have that chemistry, that sexual chemistry, not that desire?
Unless you compromise. Too many people compromise.
They compromise, exactly. But then they go left and right to get what they actually want.
Yes.
So,
and they never get it.
And we are just hiding it in society, you know? So, and this
how
is
do you meet people who are on the same wavelength or similar? Because I worry about my children. I really do. I have 4, from 6 to 27. And I worry about them. And I think, are they going to meet the right partners who understands them? Thank God they're together as kids that don't have major issues. And we all have issues, but they're not major ones. And I think, God, I hope they're not going to meet people with issues that I met who who hurt me, who upset me? Is that part of the process? How can they find people who, like the aerial? I can tell you if I see a customer is going to be a good client or not.
Yeah.
By the way they speak about money or the past experiences with other suppliers. I said, I wonder, or the punctuality. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How do you do that in a relationship when you meet someone?
Well,
Because often people see what they want to see, right? It takes a few boxes, right? Let's get on with it, and then
yes.
realize it's not.
Well, first off, you have to know what you want. What do you want in a partner? That's number one.
Write it down.
Yes, write down what is important for you in a partner. How do you want to feel with this person? It's more so the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the looks. Just keep the looks on the side, because a partner can show up in many different ways, What do you really want in a man or in a woman? How should this person make you feel? Yeah. What are the values that are crucial for you that they should also reflect? Values like honesty, trust, going towards the same direction. Like, where are we going in life? If one person wants to go to B, but you want to go to A, it's not going to work in the long run.
Yes. And women can feel it, right?
We feel it.
Yeah.
Yes, we feel it.
Men not necessarily feel it.
I think they do too. I think we don't give men enough credit for that. Men have a very good intuition when it comes to women. Men can look at a woman and they put her straight away in 3 categories, and maybe you can confirm or not. She's either just a friend, because there is no sexual chemistry, there is nothing like that. She's someone that they would just hook up with, but not a potential partner. The third one, though, is someone they would also like to hook up with, but they could see her also as a partner.
Mm-hmm.
You see, in both there's sex involved. But one has a potential for a wifey, if you want to call it, or partner. The other one is just for the sexual part, which can maybe later turn as well to a partner. But mostly these are the 3 categories when they look at a woman.
And the woman shouldn't get upset. Well, that's the way the men are, right? Because women get like, well, you want to have sex with me? Yes, but that's just a natural process.
But that's the thing, it's again so funny. Men don't want gold diggers, yet they use their money to attract women. Yeah. Women don't like to be just classified, for their looks, yet they dress in a way to attract men as well. So what are you doing? Of course we want this recognition. For women, for us, beauty in our body is who we are, not just
You're fit and you're healthy. Have you ever been with a fat guy?
Never.
Because he doesn't have the same values of health and well-being as you do.
For me,
not because it's aesthetically.
No. It's as you say, it's the value. Because for me, health is a sign, or fitness is a sign of someone like working towards something. Being active, having goals, going for it, not being lazy. For me, someone who's chubby signifies laziness.
Lack of discipline.
And that's something I can't deal with. So for me personally, I'm not. It's all
you're
okay.
Not saying,
I don't
know what you mean.
I don't want
Your
people
values
to say,
are here.
Yes.
The other synergy with my values. Yeah. So
exactly.
People could be other things. So
they could be other things. It's not about having.
Yeah, but then if you are regularly in the gym, you're exercising all the time. You want somebody who has the same values as you and the same discipline as you. So
exactly. It doesn't have to have a 6-pack. I'm not talking about a Rambo here, right?
Yes.
Or an Arnold. I'm talking about someone who has these traits that are important for me. Now, of course, there's also a balance, right? If you're someone who's more of a dreamer, more of a creative, you also want a man who's more practical, down to earth, because it complements one another. But the values have to be aligned. If they are not, sooner or later, it's going to crash.
Wow. Amazing. And how do women look at men? Men look at women 3 ways. How do women look at men?
Well, women look at men, of course, similar ways, I have to be honest. We look at men also as a sexual potential. We envision them how they are in bed, how they could be.
Really?
We look at their hands because we want a man that can carry us. We look at their lips because we want a man that we are able to kiss. We look at their eyes. For us, it's the energy of a man, the way he carries himself, the way he holds himself, and the way his energy goes out when he enters a room.
Wow.
It's the manners, it's the energetic manners. It's like seconds that we can see a man whether we like him or not, just physically speaking now.